Hey, welcome to a new video. Our world is full of unknown and unexplained events and strange creatures lurking in the shadows. While some of these sightings can easily be explained as pranks or mistakes, others remain shrouded in mystery, continuing to fascinate and terrify people around the globe. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. In this video, a cameraman films the rustling of grass, as he heard strange noises coming from the area near his house. However, what he captured on camera terrified him. Suddenly, a creature rises up and you'll wish it hadn't because this gigantic creature has a terrifying appearance. Normally, this is something you'd only encounter in horror movies, but no, this specific creature has an oddly shaped face. Messy, greasy dark hair falls unkempt over its pale face. However, it's too dark to distinguish the shape of its body. What could this be? And what was it doing? We can't imagine being in the cameraman's shoes as something straight out of a mythical story emerges from the shadows. Picky Toby is known for his distinctive appearance and backstory. He's depicted as a young man dressed in a tattered hoodie with his face concealed behind a white, featureless mask or heavy facial scars. The person in this video was walking through the woods when their camera captured a figure that resembled the creepypasta character. Toby is said to suffer from a condition called Tourette's syndrome, which causes involuntary tics and vocal outbursts. Unfortunately, there's limited info available about this video, but it's said that Toby always carries various cutting weapons. However, there seems to be a common theme here: remote woods and terrifying things emerging. At the time of filming, the boy did not see Toby, and when he looked back at the same spot a few seconds later, the figure had disappeared. The video eventually ended but was uploaded to YouTube, so we assume the boy survived. This video was supposed to have been recorded in Argentina in 2011, but was only unveiled in October of 2018. The family would have kept it as a secret at first, but decided to put the footage online anyway. According to the mother, her son would often talk to himself, and she thought this was normal. But one day, when she grabbed the camera to see what the little boy was doing, she suddenly saw a small creature running by. At first, she thought it was a mouse, but when she looked back at the footage, the creature appeared to have 2 legs. According to the mother, it also had a strange smell. The original video had been watched more than 14 million times, and there's a lot of discussion about whether this is an observation of some kind of goblin or that it's video editing. Five Nights at Freddy's is a video game series that was created in 2014 by Scott Cawthon. It's become incredibly popular, and if you're a fan of this, please let me know in those comments. If you're familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, then you know that Springtrap is an animatronic rabbit and one of the scariest characters in the series. Springtrap's true identity is William Afton, and he plays an important role in the story. Now, several videos are circulating on YouTube from people who claim to have seen Springtrap in real life. In this picture, we see Springtrap standing on a remote street. The story says that whoever saw Springtrap standing there quickly took a picture and ran away. Some people think this is probably a person in a costume, while others say the photo is photoshopped. Other people think that Springtrap really exists, and that he makes the streets unsafe at night. In 2014, a man decided to set up a camera in a tree after repeatedly seeing a strange creature near his home. According to the man, the creature could possibly be a yowie. The yowie is a creature from Australian folklore, similar to the Yeti of the Himalayas and the Bigfoot or Sasquatch of North America. It's often depicted as a hairy and large ape-like creature that dwells in the wilderness. In this video, the creature appears to have blinking bright eyes and is looking at the apples hanging from the tree. Rumors of this creature have circulated for hundreds of years, with witnesses claiming to have seen the creature often in forested areas. The first documented sighting of the yowie occurred in 1795 by a group of English settlers in what is now Sydney. In the 1970s, a man named Rex Gilfoy became known as the Yowie Man of Australia and dedicated his life to researching and documenting evidence of the creature. There have been reports of physical evidence of the yowie, including hair samples and footprints. After this incident, the owners said that all the apples they placed were gone. Have you ever thought about what you would do if you actually encountered the rake? The best course of action is, of course, to run away. However, these next YouTubers decided to send a drone to a shed in an unknown forest, where reportedly a creature was hiding. They initially didn't believe the story, but when they actually saw the creature, they were shocked. You know the description of the rake. They have a pale complexion, looking emaciated and almost starved, just like the creature in the video. As the drone approaches and hovers above the shed door, the creature reacts poorly to being filmed. You can see its mood shift and its anger growing, eventually attempting to swipe at the drone and chasing after it. How terrifying would it be if the YouTubers flew their drone back to the car and the rake was hot on their heels? The Smiling Man is a character in creepypasta lore known for his unsettling appearance and behavior. Descriptions vary, but he's typically depicted as a tall figure with a stretched, controlled smile that reaches from ear to ear. His eyes are often described as empty or soulless, and his behavior consistently creepy and disturbing. This person was driving around in their car at night, and as they turned a corner, they encountered a figure that closely resembled the Smiling Man. There is a possibility that what you just saw was a trick of the light, especially since your eyes can play tricks on you after passing streetlights. However, according to the person, it was the creepypasta character, the Smiling Man, so they hit the gas pedal and get away as quickly as possible. The origin and purpose of the Smiling Man, however, remains shrouded in mystery. He's often depicted as a malevolent entity that appears in secluded areas such as dark alleyways or empty streets, usually at night. In this video, the paranormal investigation team from the TV show Fact or Faked visits a man who claims he's visited by strange aliens at night. Fact or Faked is known to investigate different videos and claims, so in this case, they traveled to Florida. A man named David Eckhart even managed to capture a creature on camera once. So the research team stayed at his house for several nights to see if anything happened. One of those nights, the camera that was outside picked up electronic signals, and inside, the microphone and camera dropped out. The strangest thing of all was that the lawn outside was completely covered with earthworms. Now, the research team doesn't know if this had anything to do with the presence of a creature or paranormal event, but of course, it's still very strange. Do you believe this story? Let me know in the comments. The last thing you want to see is something climbing over your fence and heading towards your pool or maybe even attempting to break into your house. Unfortunately, there's extremely limited information about this video, so let's analyze it. The creature climbing over the fence resembles a skinwalker. These beings first gain recognition in Navajo culture. The Navajo are indigenous people living in the southwestern United States and comprise over 300,000 members. In their folklore, the skinwalker is said to be a witch with supernatural abilities. Some Navajo people believe they are drawn to water, with certain bodies of water being considered particularly dangerous. Whether we're actually seeing a skinwalker in this video, or if it's just an animal, is unknown. What do you think? Let me know in those comments. The last time anyone lived in this house was in the 1950s. Since then, local lore tells of strange events surrounding the abandoned cabin. Two teenagers were riding their off-road vehicles when they decided they wanted to explore this mysterious house. They picked up a friend for reinforcement, and a few minutes later, after seeing signs that someone or something was in the house, they decided to explore it. What they encountered was quite terrifying. After investigating the house and finding nothing, they decided to head back outside. But this is where they encountered the Wendigo creature at the entrance of the door. In case you didn't know, a Wendigo is a creature from the folklore and mythology of certain Native American tribes, particularly in the Algonquin-speaking communities of northern United States and Canada. The creature is often depicted as a malevolent and cannibalistic being with supernatural powers. Legends believe a Wendigo is a transformed human or spirit associated with greed, famine, and the consumption of human flesh. It's often described as an emaciated skeletal figure with glowing eyes and long sharp claws, much like the creature in the video. According to folklore, a person can transform into a Wendigo under various circumstances, such as extreme hunger leading to cannibalism, or through a curse or possession. Once transformed, it develops an insatiable appetite for human flesh, and becomes a relentless hunter of people. The creature in the video appears to be a cross between a Wendigo and the infamous Slender Man. Let's hope the boys made it out safely. In the darkness of an abandoned building where the silence is almost audible, a creepy creature was found that you'd better not encounter. Imagine this scenario. You have only a flashlight, barely illuminating the space. Each step on the creaking floor heightens the tension, and your heart pounds in your throat. And suddenly, SCP-087-B, better known as the Red Mist Monster, emerges from the shadows. The creature has a long figure with glowing red eyes, and usually lurks in the endless, dark basements of houses. But it's not just its terrifying eyes that scare you, it's the red mist it emits, a harbinger of doom. Once you see that mist, you know it's too late, and running is your only option. However, SCP-087-B is not just a creature lurking in dark corners, it's a predator ready to attack. It often exhibits aggressive behavior, hunting its prey and trying to capture or injure them. But perhaps most disturbing is its ability to teleport and manipulate the environment, making escape nearly impossible. Unfortunately, we don't know what happened to the person in this video, but let's hope he survived the encounter with the creature. The origins and motives of SCP-087-B remain a mystery, an unsolved puzzle that adds to the overall chilling nature of the entity. Here we have another video of the rake, but this time the creature was spotted in 2008 near an abandoned shed deep into the night. The rake is often associated with reports of missing persons or unexplained deaths in the areas where it's seen. In the video, the person encounters a nightmarish creature that they believe to be the rake, and they quickly decide to run away. What makes the rake so creepy is that it resembles a hairless, emaciated humanoid of about the same height of an average person. Its pale skin stretches tightly over its skeletal body, and its long, sharp claws are known to inflict deep wounds. What could this creature be doing in this abandoned shed? Was it searching for food, or was it trying to stay away from people? Later, the person who made this video claims to have seen the creature once more, but this time in their own backyard as they live near this abandoned house. To explore a forest at night is pretty scary, especially if you're by yourself. In the following video, a person is exploring a forest in the middle of the night when he suddenly encountered a creepy creature. He claims he heard noises and decided to investigate. It had better he had not done this, because he got the scare of his life when he had seen the strange creature hiding behind a tree. The creature was said to have pale-like skin with glittering eyes and fangs. As soon as the man shined his flashlight on the creature, it moved to the side and disappeared. Again, people thought this could be a sighting of the rake. Others said that it was a wendigo, another mythical creature. Unfortunately, to this day, it's unclear what this could have been. So I'll leave it to you to form your opinion. After all, I have no idea myself. Many people have security cameras these days, which protect them from potential unwanted activities. They continuously capture footage, helping to identify and track suspicious individuals or actions. But sometimes unexplainable things are also caught on camera, like this video of a small humanoid figure briefly appearing then disappearing from view. The sighting has sparked debate about what the creature could be, with some speculating that it might be a type of skunk found in western North America. These animals have a distinctive odor, and when threatened, they perform a handstand and spray their musk. Do you think it's a skunk, or could it be another unexplained creature?
Warehouses are already strange and dark enough, and it's not a place you'd prefer to be at night. But it seems creatures that should only exist at night and in myths are drawn to large spaces. Fortunately, warehouses are usually owned by large companies, meaning every corner is monitored by a security camera. In this video, we see an alien-like creature stealthily emerge behind one of the warehouse racks. Some believe this creature looks so unusual that it could actually be a ghost, perhaps of a former employee that was trapped in the warehouse. But how eerie does this figure look with a featureless face, peering out from behind the shelf, looking around before eventually hiding again? Where did it come from? Did it hear someone and that's why it quickly retreated? Or what was it doing in the warehouse in the first place? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
On a Thursday night, a group of people from the Indonesian YouTube channel Panji Putalang found themselves in a remote forest. It's already gotten dark, but they were determined to have an adventure and filmed everything they encountered. At one point, a strange creature walks by looking pretty scary. Any normal person would have run away fast, but the boys ran after the creature while their instincts told them to get away. But being YouTubers, they ran after the creature hoping to go viral. And they were successful. The video has over 6 million views, and people in the comments are discussing what kind of creature they had encountered. Unfortunately, it remains a mystery, but I think I would definitely run away in fear if I encountered this creature in a dark forest. What would you do?
It appears that the plague doctor has been captured on camera multiple times in real life, including in this video where he's seen in a forested area. In the dim depths of the forest, your best bet is to run as if your life depends on it. This entity, shrouded in a black coat and ceramic mask, embodies the nightmares of the Middle Ages. His appearance is not the only terrifying aspect. His ability to end life with a single touch makes him an inescapable threat. Imagine a peaceful day walking through the forest, and then out of nowhere, this figure appears. SCP-049 is no ordinary stalker. He claims to be a healer, determined to combat a mysterious plague he believes resides in each of us. But don't be fooled by his calm and calculated demeanor. His treatment is nothing less than death itself. The person in this video made the right decision to run away, as it seems the entity was pursuing him. Fortunately, the man managed to escape, as the plague doctor usually carries a leather medical bag full of surgical instruments, in which he wants to experiment on you.
Momo is a character that surfaced in 2018, with rumors of its existence rapidly spreading through social media and other channels. This urban legend is often associated with a terrifying image of a woman with bulging eyes and a large bird-like face. It was claimed that this image was circulated through social media platforms like WhatsApp. Allegedly, users who encountered Momo were challenged to complete a series of dangerous tasks, with increasingly severe consequences if they failed to comply. Someone managed to capture the figure on a surveillance camera in real life, but it's unclear why Momo's walking around in his kitchen. Nevertheless, the Momo challenge served as a grim reminder of the potential dangers vulnerable individuals may face online. At one point, it appears that Momo is performing a ritual on the kitchen counter, and what happens next is a mystery.
A homeowner's security camera standing on the corner of Green Bay in Wisconsin, USA, recently captured something creepy. Two inexplicable little creatures walking on two legs appeared in the darkness near a car. Could this be proof that small mythical creatures do indeed live on our Earth? The homeowners responsible for the video footage said they heard footsteps and couldn't believe their eyes. The little creature walks around for a while before disappearing behind the car. Could these be aliens? Several people in the comments said they could possibly be raccoons, birds, or owls. People from Mexico compared the creatures to the Chineki, a creature known in Mexican folklore as protectors of nature who like to secretly inhabit owners' homes. The footage of a terrifying creature resembling a skinwalker was recently shared on TikTok. It's said to have occurred somewhere in Canada, where two guards took a break in their car during a night shift. The creature was captured around midnight, and both guards were shocked when it approached them. People in the comments have various theories about what it could be, ranging from a ghost to Bigfoot. However, most people agree that they witnessed a skinwalker, a frightening and feared creature from the Native American folklore. A skinwalker is believed to have the ability to transform into any desired being, including humans, animals, spirits, or even inanimate objects. It's believed that skinwalkers use this power to cause harm and chaos, and they are often seen as allies of dark entities. Since then, the mysterious creature is said to have been captured on camera again as it walked along the unpaved road. The Pombeto creature is known in Paraguayan mythology as a small dark figure with extremely hairy arms, feet, and body. It's thought that this allows him to silently sneak up on his target without them noticing. Locals say that the Pombeto does a lot of mischief, and although he's not generally considered dangerous, he is said to sometimes trap people. If the following video footage is to be believed, here comes a Pombeto walking out of the bushes, watching a group of playing children somewhere in Paraguay. A while ago, a story hit the news that archaeologists have found a new species of human in the Philippines that was only 6 feet or 1 meter tall. Could it be that another human species survived and made its way to the unexplored forest of Paraguay and eventually found a way to the village? Or what else could this creature be?
This YouTuber sent his drone into the air to capture footage above the snowy forest, hoping to film something cool. But what he saw terrified him. He believes it's the rake roaming the woods in search of food. As the drone flies filming the creature, something creepy happens afterward. If you're not familiar with the rake, it's a creature with an emaciated figure and grayish complexion. It originated from a creepypasta in 2006. The boys operating the drone from the car luckily go unnoticed by the creature as it comes closer. The rake is typically described as a humanoid creature with pale or grayish skin, elongated limbs, and sharp claws. Could the boys have actually captured the creature on camera in real life? That would be pretty scary, because the rake is a nocturnal creature that primarily targets individuals when they sleep or even hide.
In the following video, we see two men sitting at a bar in a nightclub called Kato in Singapore. Nothing seems to be going on at first, but after a few minutes, the stool next to them starts moving back and forth. Neither of the two men nor the bartender seem to notice this until the stool falls to the floor. Now, this event is strange enough in itself, but that's not all. The men stand up and try to figure out how the stool would have been able to fall to the ground. At this moment, a small creature or person runs past behind them. This was all recorded via security cameras in the nightclub. Even the owner of the bar has no idea what this could have been. People in the comments think this was possibly a ghost sighting. Others say that this is one of the creepiest videos of mysterious creatures they've ever seen.
Imagine a deserted landscape so empty it seems as if the world has just ended. Out of nowhere, a light appears, so bright it could blind you, and from it emerges a figure so strange it might make you faint. But what exactly is this? SCP-0012, the so-called Gate Guardian, is an enigmatic and powerful entity.
It's a colossal winged humanoid armed with a flaming sword, guarding a metaphysical gate. This being is not just a guardian, but also a protector, with its primary task being to prevent another entity, identified as SCP-0011, from entering our reality. The Gate Guardian possesses supernatural powers, including the ability to manifest destructive flames and move between both physical and metaphysical realms. The entity is seemingly invulnerable to conventional weapons, and radiates an overwhelming aura of authority and power. Interactions of the SCP Foundation with SCP-0012 are limited. This being primarily stays within its own domain, and poses no direct threat. The Gate Guardian is considered the last line of defense, a crucial protector meant to prevent catastrophic events. The presence of the Gate Guardian in the real world evokes a sense of awe and ominous tension. Additionally, its powers are quite mysterious. This video is supposedly to be from the year 2008, and we see a person exploring an abandoned farm nearby with his friend. They live nearby, and at night he sometimes heard screaming noises coming from the farm. So he decided to go with his friend Andrew to have a look.
The heck is that? Oh, shoot, go! Shoot! Just get out of the house! Get out of the house!
They were startled, and as you saw, they had captured a strange whitish creature on camera that had made a scary sound. Some people in the comments believed that this might have been the rake. However, they went back the next day, then came across the creature again. It could be fake, of course, but what makes these events so strange is that the original videos have been removed from YouTube, and it's also unclear what happened to these people. In the realm of internet folklore, a character named Bob has emerged as a chilling and enigmatic figure. Bob is described as a tall, emaciated man with ghostly pale skin. He has featureless facial features and sunken, piercing eyes. What sets Bob apart isn't just his appearance, but the aura of fear and dread that seems to follow him everywhere. According to the creepypasta, Bob exists on the border between reality and the unknown. If we're to believe the following photo, Bob has been captured on camera in real life while approaching someone in the woods. The man who took the photo realized that the creature had been stalking him for some time, and he even broke into his house. Bob might be a relatively lesser-known creepy character compared to the others, but he is purportedly extremely dangerous and hostile, often attacking people who encounter him. The Backrooms is an urban legend and creepypasta in which you would find yourself in a maze of different rooms and environments. In this next video, the person encounters a creepy creature, and it feels like you're in a horror movie. The video is said to be made by a man named Kane Parsons, and the camera following a man is in a liminal space. Despite the creepy message and the endlessly long hallways, it gives you a strange feeling in your stomach. By the way, have you heard of Backrooms? And what do you think of it? Let me know in those comments. The theory that extraterrestrial beings prefer wooded areas is popular among believers in the community. The person in this video is walking through the forest and suddenly encounters a small dark creature hiding behind some plants. One of the main arguments behind the theory is that wooded areas provide sufficient cover for extraterrestrial beings to conduct their activities and research in complete privacy. Additionally, forests are often mentioned as potential sources of energy for extraterrestrial beings due to their abundant sources of water, oxygen, and organic material. This specific video where an alien emerges from the vegetation was allegedly filmed in a forest somewhere in Europe. One of the most well-known incidents of extraterrestrial beings in forests was the Renlesham Forest incident, which took place in Suffolk, England in 1980. Several United States Air Force officers reported strange lights and objects in the forest, and some even claimed to have seen extraterrestrial beings. Another notable incident was the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter in 1955, where a family in rural Kentucky claimed to be terrorized by small, gray extraterrestrial beings. The following footage is certainly gonna scare the crap out of ya. The video was taken at night from a security camera, and we see a human figure moving on all fours rather quickly. The figure was captured on several security cameras as it walked through the area. The place where this supposedly happened was Tamaulipas, Mexico. Some people think that this figure was Nina Petto, a woman known as the Dog Girl. Rumors circulate that the girl not only acted like a dog, but also looked like one. It's said that there have been multiple sightings of her, but no one could ever catch her. Do you believe this? Pretty freaky if you ask me.
A man was fishing somewhere in Lake Ontario, Canada, when he encountered a sea creature reminiscent of the Ogopogo.
The Ogopogo is a famous lake monster, often compared to Loch Ness Nessie, and is part of the local folklore and legends of the indigenous First Nations people, particularly the Silix people. Unfortunately, the man could only capture a few seconds of the creature before it quickly swam away again. This specific creature was also referred to as Kobe, and is a cryptid believed to inhabit Lake Ontario, one of the Great Lakes in North America. Descriptions of this creature vary, but it's often depicted as a large water serpent resembling a sea monster. Reports of the Lake Ontario serpent describe sightings of a creature with a long, snake-like body, and a head resembling that of a snake or dinosaur. In the video, it appears for just a few seconds, as it surfaces a few times and swims away. But those seconds are enough to indicate its immense size. Initially, people thought it might be a whale, but the description doesn't quite match. The legend of this mysterious creature dates back to the 19th century, and there have been multiple sightings reported by residents and visitors to the area over the years.
The monster of Flatwoods is said to have been seen in the American town of Flatwoods on September 12, 1952. The story tells that the creature scared the hell out of 6 children, a mother, and a dog. This sighting was widely reported at the time, and there was even investigations by the US Air Force. The Flatwoods monster was said to be about 82 inches, or 2.10 meters in length, with a dark figure and glowing red eyes. The whole area was supposedly combed, but as you can guess, they couldn't find anything. There's also stories circulating about people claiming to have seen something fall from the sky that same day. Some investigators think that it could have been an owl, but the witnesses insist that they saw an eerily unexplainable creature that day. What could this have been? Was it a monster from another planet? Or could the witnesses have been mistaken for some kind of animal?
SCP-3199, better known as the Refuted, is a creature you definitely never want to encounter. The hostile entity combines features of both chickens and primates, alarming enough in itself. But perhaps most disturbing is its ability to reproduce at an incredibly fast rate and attack anyone in its path. All living specimens of SCP-3199 must be kept at Site-114, in a modified Keter humanoid containment chamber. The following photo comes from a security camera and is said to be the only evidence of this SCP entity observed in real life. The chamber where the creature resides has walls about 6.5 feet or 2 meters thick, made of acid-resistant steel. There must also be 6.5 feet or 2 meters of free space between the primary and secondary containment. The secondary containment involves enclosing all living specimens of SCP-3199 in a block of translucent solid made of clear acrylic resin. The creepy thing about this creature is that it's a humanoid form, but is covered with a thick layer of feathers, creating a disturbing image. But it's not just the physical characteristics that are concerning. This creature can reproduce incredibly quickly and incorporate genetic traits from various species, resulting in highly adaptable and formidable offsprings. Containing the creature is also a challenge due to its ability to escape and reproduce rapidly. In this video, we see a YouTuber, BKXC, mountain biking together with a friend in a mountainous area in Tibet. In November of 2018, he encounters something he didn't expect.
Oh. Yeah, oh fuck. Looking.
As you saw, he came across a big beast known as a yak. A yak is a species that belongs to the group of bison and the water buffalo, and they only occur in Central Asia. These animals can reach a length of 3.5 meters with a weight of 1,000 kilograms. They're known to live in mountainous areas at altitudes of 5,000 meters. The man knows how to quickly put his bicycle between him and the animal so that his partner can pass. Fortunately, these animals are relatively friendly and nothing bad happened. But I think you would be shocked when you suddenly encountered such a large animal in front of you.
Jack Nyrus, better known as Eyeless Jack, is a stalker and murderer who breaks into people's homes to torment and steal from them. This is one of the scariest creepypastas that gained worldwide recognition in 2012. Every time you enter the forest, there's a chance you might encounter Jack. And yes, he's as terrifying as his name suggests. The forest itself is creepy enough, especially if you decide to explore it at night. This person did just that, and he believes that he came across Eyeless Jack, who was staring at him as if he came out of a horror film. Jack is often portrayed as a humanoid figure without eyes, hence the name. Additionally, he has pale skin and a sewn-shut mouth, and a hood or mask. What's eerie is that Jack is known for his preference for consuming human organs, especially kidneys. According to the creepypasta, he sneaks into his victims' homes at night and surgically removes their kidneys while they sleep.
One day, a man was walking through the snowy forest somewhere in Russia when he suddenly encountered a creature that resembled the mythical Yeti. The Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, is an ape-like creature believed to inhabit the Himalayan mountains in Asia.
The person films the creature wandering through the woods and then startles and falls down a hill. It sparked interest and speculation for many years, and the question of its existence remains a topic of discussion among scientists and enthusiasts. The legends and folklore surrounding the Yeti have been passed down through generations and vary greatly depending on the region and culture. The Yeti is usually depicted as being covered with hair that can be brown, white, or gray, and it's said to have large feet and hands. Many eyewitness reports also describe the creature as having strong, unpleasant odor. In Western popular culture, the Yeti is often compared to the Bigfoot of North America, as the two creatures share many physical and behavioral characteristics. However, the Yeti is considered more aggressive and territorial than Bigfoot, often depicted as wilder and more untamed. Could you imagine encountering this creature while walking alone through the woods? Pretty creepy. Have you ever encountered a scary creature? Let me know in those comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.